You've seen this golf ball, the Tour Response. Dustin Johnson was a huge fan of that golf ball. The day he saw that golf ball, he asked for this. The TP5 and the TP5X stripe is now here. The player that uses the X and uses the 5, that leverages the 5 layers, that has the speed, but now doesn't want to practice with Tour Response. Tour Response, I love it. Urethane cover, soft feel, great value golf ball. But if you're looking for the premium ball and you play the premium ball and now you want the stripe, you can now have this in your life. So let's find out in this video if TP5 and TP5X, like Dustin Johnson, with a stripe is for you, and if Dustin's request really means what it means to you as a player. So a few years ago at the photo shoot, we had the Tour Response stripe kicking around. Dustin gets hold of it, starts hitting putts, starts to feel the face of his Spider putter, the one that he won that major with, and was literally hitting them and seeing the ball going end over end. And that is what you get from stripe. It was a slightly longer putt. He was setting up to this thing, getting everything aligned, and literally just watching it as it hooped end over end. And he decided that for green reading, this was truly something that he wanted to see. Now, when it comes to your game, yes, the longer putts, that's exactly where you leverage it. And we're going to talk about breaking putts. We're going to talk about training aids in this video. But as it comes to a chalk line and when you're working on your game, just look at the benefits now of the clear path that they've got on there. 360 degrees around the golf ball, beautifully aligned up. But it's no design fault, is it? That the true path, which is the white line on the top of your Spider putters, now that goes that infinity pool over the front, just leading into the blade, now sits perfectly at the same width as your clear path. So when it comes to working on it on short ones, and that end over end roll that Dustin likes to see on the longer putts, now you can get it as well with alignment on these shorter putts. And in an area that you want to improve, because I know for me, looking at clip data, putting is massively something that I need to keep working on, then getting the confidence to just see the golf ball rolling end over end up the chalk line is going to help you dramatically. Now, I mentioned breaking putts. Let's find something that moves a little bit, and let's maybe move to a totally different line. Let's go left to right on this one. So these are set up, these two tees at 5 feet. I'd spend time working on the chalk line to ensure that I've got a good face to path, to ensure that everything's lined up. But then as you move to a slightly breaking putt left to right, and this doesn't move a lot, but now I would line up my clear path, obviously using my dominant eye, to the edge on the hole there, the left edge where I want it, and then it's a case of just hitting the pace for the line. So we're going off the left, now I just line up the clear path with the putter, and then rock and see it go end over end. And once you have that, you can use it to train yourself to get the ball rolling perfectly end over end. And that was the feedback that Dustin was going for when he had this. It was, is he committed to his line? Because putting's all about line, start line, and also pace control. So by having the clear path stripe on there, you're now taking care of business here over the golf ball. And it becomes a case of just worrying about what is in your eye line rather than worrying about what is in the alignment. Another area that I think you can use this for, and I'm going to bring in a training device that I've used in other videos before, the Taylormade Plus. So if we bring our Taylormade Plus into this, and now the beauty is, and I press this with you, you're using the chalk line as you know that is ball to target square. Taylormade Plus, as you've seen in other videos, actually has these lines on top for putting. So what I want when I look over the golf ball is I only want to be able to see the line and the line, and that's going to show you that you've got the perfect eye position. Now, one of the areas I was now using, you can notice here with the stripe, I've actually used the top of the golf ball almost looking like the top of R2-D2, and I set up now, and if I've got the golf ball in a good position, now all I want to see is the top of R2's head. Get into the golf ball, putter square. So that could be another way on the golf course. Yes, Taylormade Plus can get you working that perfectly. Again, slide the golf ball in. I want to see the two Taylormade Plus pieces. But as I take away my training devices. And I love Tour Aim as well, just for alignment for putting. So we'll leave the Tour Aim in. Now I can use the golf ball like this, clear some space in the hole, which is always a good problem to have. And you can see if the golf ball is lined up perfectly, I want to see the top of the clear path all the way around equidistance. Then I know my eyes are in a good position, and then you just rock through. So it's a great training device that you can use on the practice ground, on the putting green, and it can also be used on the golf course. It can help you read putts, and it can help you get end over end, just like Dustin was trying to get, but now in the quality of a TP5 and a TP5X golf ball. It doesn't stop there though too. We know from playing golf that if we were using it off the tee, this would be another area I would consider it. Just as a visual for us, if we set up sometimes with driver, where I've used this before is to give me the feeling of path. So if I want to hit a straight drive, then I would have my ball to target line. If we imagine the target is off in the distance, the chalk line indicates the ball to target line. If I want to hit a fade, then I would want my path to be more out to in. So by setting up the clear path, I'm enabling myself and giving myself the visual to swing more out to in, and then vice versa if I want the draw. Just by doing that and having that going right of my ball to target line, now I've got the visual and got the feeling that when I swing back and through, I can then swing in and out, giving me the path, providing the face is correct, to hit the draw shot. So there are areas you can use it where you have control. By that I mean where you have the golf ball in your hand. Putting, mark your golf ball, providing you're on the putting surface, and you're going to obviously align your putt, your clear path to that. When it comes to off the tee, you can also go through the exercise I've just done. But I think now any time that you can take control of to when the ball is in hand and you place it over the tee or you're on the putting green and you can use the clear path stripe to your advantage, why wouldn't you do it? I'm talking to golfers that are using TP5 and TP5X golf ball. We're talking about elite level players that can get all the energy they need into these 5 layers of golf ball. Now you've got even more tech to help you out and partner it with your true path on your putter. If you want to know any more about these golf balls, they're literally just out. I'll put the link down below. But getting this visual aid for your putting is nothing but help. You can see here I've got a drill set up where I'm going to let that stripe just roll end over end. It's confidence building. Putting is all about confidence. If you've got it, you're going to make more putts. If Dustin Johnson, who's one of the best putters in the world, is taking advantage of this technology, then why aren't you? Check everything out. This is a great addition, brand new product. Great move from Taylormade. Thank you, Dustin Johnson.